Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, good evening, depending on where you are. And happy Ramadan to every one of you.
Waalaikumsalam. Assalamualaikum everyone.
Welcome, salam. Welcome to online webinar arranged by IEEE Dhofar University Student Branch. My name is Omar Fraz Khan. I will be responsible for hosting this webinar today, and I'm glad to welcome Dr. Ernie Munira. She is a senior lecturer at Faculty of Electrical Engineering, University Technology Mara, Johor, Malaysia. She is a PhD holder and graduated in 2016 from the Faculty of Engineering, University Malaya, Malaysia in Electronics Engineering. Previously, she received a Master Science in Microelectronics from University Kebangsaan, Malaysia in 2009, whereas her bachelor's degree of Electronics and Computer Engineering is awarded in 2007 from University Technikai, Malacca, Malaysia. Her research background is electrical electronics area, focus on photonics, fiber optics, Arduino, and IoT devices. To date, she has won over 20 awards as an innovator in various innovation competitions. She is 2 times the main prize of Diamond Awards winner, 2 times the winner of the Best Professional in Science and Technology category, 5 golds, 4 silvers, and 5 bronzes. What a remarkable achievement. We are honored to have her with us for speaking on the topic Arduino and its applications. I will now invite Dr. Ernie Munira to continue from here.
Wait, yeah. Wait. I need to change my background.
Go ahead, doctor. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, Assalamualaikum and very good morning to everyone. I'm sorry I'm not prepared my background. Okay, first of all, thank you very much to facilitator Engineer Omar. Okay, and also thank you to Professor Madya Dr. Najam for inviting me as a speaker, and also Dhofar University College for Engineering for inviting me for today, speaker today. So how are you everyone? Okay, greetings. Okay, so is everyone here is doctorate lecturer or student? Oh, both.
We have
So
students
you already
and mix of faculty and staff from the Foreign University. And we have IEEE branch, the Foreign University branch, which is still in infancy stage. We have just set it up, this branch. So Dr. Najam is actually the organizer for this IEEE branch. So he's also joining us in this room.
Okay. Okay. So I will start now. For basically, actually, you already know the Arduino, so I just wrap everything. So I will share my screen, my slide. Okay. Can you see now the slide?
Yes, doctor, go ahead. We can see it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so Okay, my name is Dr. Arni Munira. You can call me Dr. Arni. Okay, I'm come from Faculty of Electrical Engineering, University Technology Mara, Johor, Malaysia. So today I will talk about introduction to Arduino and its application. Okay, so this is a bit of my background. My PhD in Electronic Engineering from University of Malaya, Malaysia. I have microelectronic, master science microelectronic, bachelor degree in electronic and computer engineering. And so basically my research area in photonics, optical fiber laser, fiber sensor, amplifier, and also electrical and electronic devices, including Arduino and IoT application. Okay, so we have about 4 topics for today. I will start with introduction, the Arduino hardware, the Arduino software, and the application. Okay, so we go for topic 1, introduction. Okay, so I will start with the history. As everyone know the Arduino currently, right? So in 2005, this 5% they said a strong friendship. Okay, they created from Ivrea, Italy for student project. Basically, before this, we are using a microcontroller like this picture, PIC microcontroller. Basically, a microcontroller is an integrated circuit like a tiny computer, and it has a CPU, control processing unit, input output, and memory. So long time ago, in my time also, okay, so we are using PIC microcontroller and individual a lot of another components. So our project will become very expensive. Okay, so their aim is to create a simple low-cost tool for creating digital project, even can be used by non-engineers. Okay, so I think nowadays even in primary or secondary school also can use this Arduino to design a project. Okay, so what is Arduino? So this is what I found from Arduino, their website arduino.cc 2006. They said Arduino is an open source physical computing platform based on a simple input-output board and a development environment that implement the processing or wiring language. Arduino can be used to develop standalone interactive object or can be connected to software on your computer. So yes, this is an open source platform. Okay, basically it is a microcontroller board or a platform content on power supply, USB port for communicate, and has a Atman microcontroller chip. Okay. So why people choose Arduino? Because open source for both software and hardware, and of course it is cheap. Okay, because they aim to help the student project, and then just using a simple USB port. Because before if I use PIC microcontroller, then need another cable and then a special compiler, a big compiler. So we don't buy the compiler because it's quite expensive. So normally we have to go to lab and then compile your software to your prototype again and again. So if you are using this Arduino, you can simply download your software everywhere by using your computer. And then also they are using a basic C and C++ programming, and can work both either digital and analog, input and output. Okay, so this is the website. Everyone, we go to here to everything is about Arduino, www.arduino.cc. Okay, so I think everyone knows, but I just brief a bit. Okay, so we have here hardware, software, cloud, documentation, community, blog, and about. So for hardware, they will show you a lot of Arduino types for the hardware, and software. This is where you have to download the software compiler. Okay, it's free. And then cloud. Okay, this is new, I think. Last year or last 2 years. Okay, they give you if you have any project to save in their cloud also can. But if you have more than 1-2 IoT project, so you have to pay some for them lah. Okay, and then documentation. Okay, this is more manual instruction. Okay, you can learn by yourself here. And community and blog, they share a lot of Arduino project here. So by using IoT, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi module, GSM, and a lot. Okay, so you can get any idea from this community and blog. Okay, about Arduino lah, Arduino company. Okay, so we go to topic 2 for the Arduino hardware. Okay, so basically this is the hardware. If you click the hardware, so they will show you a lot of Arduino types like Arduino Uno, Arduino Leonardo. Okay, this is for entry level. So in the left, as you can see in the left side, they show you entry level, enhanced features, IoT, education, and retired. Okay, if you are beginner, normally for beginner student, fresh graduate, they will use Arduino Uno. This one entry level. Okay, Arduino Uno and Arduino Leonardo. If your Arduino Uno, if your input output is about 14 pins. If you have more than 14, you can use Arduino Leonardo. Okay, this is new. That is not mistaken. And Arduino Micro and Arduino Nano, if your prototype is very small. Okay, so if you have an advanced prototype, you can use enhanced features. You can click enhanced features, and there's another level of type of Arduino, like Arduino Mega. And if you are using IoT, so they have another type of Arduino using IoT, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, GSM, and many more. Okay, so hardware is about all about the type of Arduino. Okay, this is the basically normal user use this one, Arduino Uno. So in 2021, they already version 3. Okay, so basically my student will use this one before they will go to another advanced Arduino. And this is if their input output is more than 14, so they will use Arduino Mega. This is typical and common use by FYP by final year project students. And so this is if they are using IoT application like GSM or Wi-Fi. So this is GSM for using GSM for cell phone. Mobile communication, or Arduino Wi-Fi. Or if you want to use IoT, Arduino also have Arduino IoT. Okay, so this is basically a characteristic of Arduino Uno. Arduino Uno, as you can see, it already printed on the board. Okay. Okay, so the important thing that you know is this one, Atmel microchip microcontroller. Okay, and then this one is power supply. At the below one, power supply. Analog input, they only have 6 analog input. And at about 12 digital input output at the top one. Okay, and RX is for transmit and receiving your Wi-Fi, GSM, and Bluetooth. And reset button is to reboot your program. And this is USB port for to link with your computer. So, and okay, of course we can power up our Arduino Uno by using USB port, but we also can use this barrel jack. Okay, this barrel jack can be connected to 9-volt DC power source. So either one, if you want to make sure your prototype attached to computer, or in single prototype which 9-volt DC power source, and it already has a voltage regulator inside this board, so you don't have to worry. 9-volt we regulate to 5-volt to power up this Arduino board. And of course, before we start, if we have to define your input and output prototype. Okay, so this is very important. Define your input and output before you start your prototype. So how many pins that you want to use. The second is what type of input output, either analog and digital. How many analog, how many digital input or output. Okay, and then are you using Wi-Fi or GSM? So this one, these three is important. How many input or output that you want to use, analog or digital or GSM and Wi-Fi module. So this one is because to define the suitable Arduino for your project. Okay. So this is the example input output. So input such as push button, everything. We go to inside to your microcontroller. We call it input. So push button, switches, potentiometer, and most of the sensors. Most sensors is means anything coming out from physical or environment characteristic. Okay. So Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. So Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, is it input or output? Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, it can input and it can output, right? So it can be, it can send, receive a signal, and then it can send a signal. Okay, so sometimes it will inside the under the input, under output, or input or output. Okay, and then output, normally they will use LCD display, LCD for display, LEDs, relay, motor drive, okay, buzzer, speaker, actuators, and a lot of type of motors. So they have a DC motor, servo motor, or stepper motors, depend on your project. So and common sensor, so there are a lot of common sensors. So normally sensor is analog, okay, because it physical and environment, so they are not digital. Okay, so like my voice is analog. Okay, temperature, humidity, light, angle, okay, all of this is analog. So if you have to use more than 6 analog sensor, you cannot use Arduino Uno, you have to use Arduino Mega. And then topic 3, software. Sorry. Topic 3 is software. Sorry. Sorry again. I work from home. Okay, I will continue for topic 3. So the Arduino software. So this is the software. If you click in the software, you can download the compilers for the software. So if you are using Windows, Linux, Mac also can download this Arduino. And this is the compiler features. Compilers features. Okay, this is the HTTP Arduino. I'm sorry again. So sorry. I'm so sorry. I have to work from home today. Okay, so this is Arduino Uno reference homepage. This is where you learn how to code your language. So like if you don't understand digital read, digital write, pin mode, so you just click and it will explain the instruction. Okay, and then the topic 4 is the application. Okay, so what the application that we can use? So such as in agriculture, for smart agriculture, automobile. So automobile normally like smart car, power charging car, okay, solar panel attached to car, and then construction for civil engineering, entertainment, healthcare like pressure blood, our Garmin, Fitbit, watch, okay, and then household purpose, lab, airlines, law enforcement, manufacturing, military, okay, many more. So everything can use Arduino. So this is the idea what project that you want to use. Okay, this one is okay. Sorry again for the interruption. Oh my god. Okay, so we go to window cleaning robot. So this,
Yeah, doctor, this is fine. This is all right with us. It's perfectly
okay.
fine. Perfectly fine.
Okay.
You go ahead. It's quite challenging. We are all facing this
Yes,
same
yes.
thing.
Thank you very much.
Take your
So
time. Take your time. Yes.
okay, so I will go to window cleaning robot. So this is my final year project student. So what he did is they this robot will attach to window. Okay, we assume our window panel is square or rectangular. So they he are using magnet to attach vertically at the window. Okay, so but he has to use a lot of power at about 24 volts, okay, to power to make sure it attach and move forward, move upward and down. Okay, and then there's a photo sensor at the in front of the robot to sense the edge of windows. Okay, if the robot sense the window, so the robot will left move to left or right. Okay. Sorry.
ये चीज रहती है कि बेचारी अब परेशान होगी, उसको थोड़ा वो दो यार, उसको थोड़ा सपोर्ट करो कि भाई हम सब ऐसे।
वो मैंने नंबर कॉल किया, ऐसे क्या है, कोई मसला नहीं है, ऐसे क्या ऑनलाइन में ये तो होता है।
हाँ, बेचारी अब बहुत शर्मा गई,
चलो आगे,
मतलब एक बार बार हो रहा है
इंग्लिश बहुत बुरी है।
सब
Okay, another project is like this, renewable electrical energy.
हमें समझ नहीं आ रही, लेकिन रिन्यूएबल कुछ रिन्यूएबल वाली चीजें आ गई हैं, थोड़ा सा
क्या है पता नहीं क्या।
Yes, pardon?
मैंने असल में बच्चों को लिखे थे, बच्चे कम, असल में प्रॉब्लम ये है, शेयर नहीं हुआ लिंक।
Excuse me, I cannot.
Go ahead, doctor. Doctor, go ahead. They were actually talking among themselves, so it was their mic was not mute. So
Okay. So this is another project. This is a renewable electrical energy from ventilation aircon wind. Okay. So normally our ventilation aircon is abundant at outside building, outside home, right? So this student coming out with this idea, they put this prototype to use the wind and generate electrical power. Okay, then the electrical power go inside their room to charge their phone, to charge their to power on their lamp, and many more. So this is renewable electrical energy. Okay, so they are using Arduino, and this is smart baby cradles with IoT. Okay, this is another project for my student. So this one they are using IoT. So as you can see, this cradle, if they hear the baby's crying, so by using voice sensor, the baby is crying, so the cradle will move, swing slowly. And if the baby voice not stop at after a few minutes, so a notification will send to their mummies through their handphone. Okay, so another thing, the temperature, the humidity around the cradle is also they also put inside the IoT. Okay, they will monitoring for their temperature, and even the baby is peeing. So the under the cradle has a wet sensor. So a notification will go to their mummies. Okay, so this is a very good for women's mummy who want to work like me lah. Okay, to make sure they are asleep. Okay. Okay, so this is smart farming. Okay, this is what we implement in our university. We have but I don't have the real picture. Okay, I just take this one. So we plant a chili. Okay, so we put sensor like this. Okay, so sensor to sense, processing, and connecting. So basically it measure the motion, temperature, light, and humidity. Okay, so and then it will go to computer and our phone. Okay, and then so the farmer will notify the monitoring. Okay, the monitoring, the measurement of the sensor. Okay, and okay, so this is a lot of any idea. This is smart cities. Okay, we are coming, we will go to smart cities. So many idea, many project we coming up from Arduino. So this is public safety, gas water leak detection, smart energy, water quality. So one of my my research proposal, my research area also do for water quality monitoring by using fiber sensor. So it will detect the chemical or the quality of the water. Okay, the salinity. So it will affect to the ecosystem inside the water. And then this is smart parking, electrical vehicle, okay, intelligence. So even I'm using fiber sensor, it also has a implementation with IoT. So this is everything nowadays talking about IoTs. So because we have 5Gs, okay, and many more. Okay, so I want to show a video for mini project because I teach C programming. So my subject, I will at the end of this subject, I will ask them to make a robot and compete each other. So let me show you the video. Okay, this is okay, they compete. Can you see the video?
We can see your screen, but we can't see the video.
Oh, really? Wait, maybe I have to share. Yeah. I try to share again. Can you see the video?
Yes, we see your folders.
My folders on here. Okay. Okay, this one. Can you see?
Yes.
Okay, so this is just a mini project during my subject. So they build a line following robot. And previously, they did sumo board, so compete in a ring. So this one in line following. So they have to code the software and then beat the robot. Okay, to attach the photo sensor. So and then they challenge in the class. Okay. This is for fun because after they learn C programming, I want them to apply everything they learn. So it's quite challenging actually. Look simple. Okay, so this is what I did in my class. So basically, before a line following, I did before line following, I did sumo board and then make a competition also. Okay, so if I make a competition, so they will make the robot properly. Okay. So the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. So this is what Disney said. And thank you very much. Okay, this is my campus actually, University Technical Malaysia Melaka in Malaysia. At the back is solar panel. And that's all. Is there any question?
I would like to have all our students put any question if you have to Dr. Ernie. If you have a question, please unmute your mic and you can go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Can I ask some question?
Yes, yes. Waalaikumsalam.
Walaikum salam.
Yeah, thank you for this nice presentation. Yeah, I have one question. Do you think that Arduino has some limits, or we can use Arduino in industrial application and artificial intelligence applications, or it has some limits related to the speed of calculation and to the size of the memory? Or
Oh, okay. In terms of your question, actually Arduino, yes, Arduino has a limitation. However, there are many type of Arduino. Okay, it depends on your project. If you want to use a small project, so maybe you can use Arduino Uno. If you have advanced project, you can use Arduino Mega and many more. There's many type to fulfill your type of project, your speed. Okay, there is 8-bit microcontroller, 32-bit microcontroller. So it depends your crystal resonator also, the speed of your platform. Normally, other than Arduino, my student also use Node MCU, LoRa, Raspberry Pi. Okay, it depends. But Arduino Uno mostly so far is the cheapest for my student.
yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question? Oh, my time is very fast. I present is so fast. So normally
We have one question actually with regards to the 8-bit and 16-bit or 32 bits microprocessing power. Some applications require higher bits. So is there any cheap alternative to Arduinos which can provide more processing powers?
I think you can see the type at advanced. I think the highest is 32-bit. If you have more than that, maybe you can use 2 or more Arduino in one prototype.
That will make parallel tasking probably possible. And that's
Yes.
probably the better way to approach things at the basic level.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
If not, you have to use PIC microcontroller. PIC microcontroller controller has bigger than that, but you have to because actually the purpose of Arduino for the simple project. If you have to make big, you have to use like PIC microcontroller lah. It has more bigger bit compared to Arduino.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
How you compare Arduino and Raspberry Pi for student project? Raspberry Pi, this is what my student choose. Okay. I think it depends. It has another language. Arduino has a different language, but Raspberry Pi, I think that one is already inside. Has a Wi-Fi already. Okay, as you can see, Arduino has no. There's only 2 transmit and receiver, right? For GSM module, Bluetooth module. Okay, if you are using Raspberry Pi, that module, that Wi-Fi module is already on that board. Okay, that's why sometimes my students don't use Arduino. They use not MCU. Not MCU is where the one platform and the Wi-Fi module already inside that one platform also. Okay, so because if you have to use Arduino, you have to add the one board of Arduino, one board for Wi-Fi, one board for another thing. So you have to do a lot of board. Okay, if you are using Raspberry Pi, everything inside one board only. Okay, but it's expensive lah, more expensive compared to Arduino.
Okay, students, do we have any more questions?
So normally, what you are using for project? Can I ask?
Okay, Dr. Ernie, thank you
Yes.
so much for your time. I think there are no more questions.
Okay.
And it was a pleasure to have you with us. So
Yes.
this concludes the webinar presentation. And I would like to inform all the attendees of this webinar that a certificate link will be shared shortly. And you will have to get into that link and write your email and make sure your name and email IDs are correct. And certificate will be sent to you by email. In the end, I would like to thank the Dhofar University for hosting this event. Also, I would like to thank Dr. Najmul Hassan, Associate Professor at the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, for setting up the IEEE Dhofar University branch and organizing this wonderful webinar. And thank you for attending, and we hope you have learned and enjoyed this webinar. Thank you, Dr. Ernie. Thank you very much.
Excuse me, can we
Yes.
take a picture?
Sure. Why not?
Okay.
Okay.
Can everyone open the camera? How to open camera?
You mean cameras?
Yeah.
We would like
video, your
to,
video.
yeah, my camera was having issues lately and I couldn't arrange that. Yes, this was some driver issue or something. Anyways, I would like anyone else to have their cameras open. If you would like to have.
Oh, they are shy. Okay.
Dr. Mazrur Islam with us.
Dr. Najam is here? No, I. Okay, it's okay, it's okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, everyone, for participating this webinar. And I hope I can invite you all to our university also. Can Engineer Dr. Umar?
Yes, yes. We will love to visit the campus. And Dr. Mazrur
Yeah.
Islam have something to say with regards to that. Please go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Just I want to say thank you to the doctor. It was a very nice talk. And yes, we have these issues also sometime little bit when working from home, but it's quite difficult. But anyway, we all are fighting with this this thing together. So it's a pleasure to have you here, inshallah, and we'll have again in future also. Thank you so much, doctor.
Thank you. And sorry for my kids. Okay, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you so much. Take care, doctor.
Okay.
I will end the video now. This webinar is over. Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay. Bye.